Hello, and a warm welcome back to the TNC podcast, the biggest and the best Norwich City podcast in the land. And welcome if you're a Norwich City fan, because you are supporting one of the finest football teams the Championship has ever seen.
Cheers to that.
How's things?
Oh, great, mate. I mean, life's a beach at the moment, isn't it? You turn up to Carrow Road and, you just see the lads sort of practically walk about the park, take teams to the carpet cleaners, and what a joy it was against Coventry.
It was. I feel like I've literally just left the TNC studio and I'm back again, because guess what? There's another win to talk about.
Yeah.
Shock.
3-0. I have to say, though.
I know what you're going to say, and I agree. I already know what you're going to say.
I said pre-match. For the people that don't know, I said...
Oh, you're going here, are you?
I said... what did you think I was going to say?
Well, no, say
you do your one first. What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say that you were bored of winning. And you know what?
That's a you line.
You know what? Second half on Saturday, I was actually a bit bored.
It was a really dross start to the second half, wasn't it?
It was a shocking second half.
It really was. But, I mean, I got a little bit annoyed, I have to admit, because...
It's not like you.
I don't often bet, genuinely, but every now and then I've got that little tickle in my belly. I go for it. Anyway, so I put a fiver on Norwich City 6, Coventry 0, and everyone laughed at me.
Yeah, and they're still laughing because it lost.
But on a serious note, we should have won that game 6 or 7-0. Coventry were...
Well, you had
abysmal.
5 as well, didn't you?
Coventry were abysmal.
They were really poor.
Their fans were brilliant.
Unreal.
They were brilliant, but their football scene
I've never
is
seen
atrocious.
such disparity between how good the fans are.
Yes.
I honestly,
Agreed.
and this isn't a dig, but it is also very much a dig. I looked at Coventry and I thought, how on earth are we in the same league as these? And I know, look, we probably caught them on an off day. I don't think they'll be relegated. But on that day, in isolation...
Really? Do you think?
They were utterly woeful.
Are they better than Birmingham? I think...
No.
No, they're not. And I think Birmingham can shithouse their way up. I can't see Coventry shithousing.
Well, and the other thing is myself and I think most other people predicted Reading to go down. They're second in the table.
I hope they do go down still. They're an atrocious
Mate, they're going to be in the Premier League next season.
No, they are not. No,
they're flying along.
Do you know what, though? They'd fit in well in the Premier League. Plastic and soulless.
Also, I know you hate
We're going to get onto the agenda.
No, we will in a minute. I know you hate it when people say, I don't quite like being in the Premier League, because I know you want to be in the top division. And I do agree with that.
Yeah, you want to play against the best players, the biggest clubs.
I watched Manchester United against Arsenal on Sunday.
There.
The Martinelli goal, a really nicely worked goal, and I was celebrating because Martinelli's in my fantasy team. And I thought, here we go, like I might score more than 30 points this week. And then 5 minutes later, and I've sunk a pint of Guinness celebrating.
Guinness?
I was having a Guinness, but...
What about Lakens?
Well, they're drunk them dry. They've run out. And to be fair, they had actually run out of Lakens. And then they disallow it. And I'm thinking, I don't miss this a single bit. It's the worst introduction to football.
I saw you tweet about it. VAR, because obviously we love the West Ham Fan TV boys. They've always been lovely to us. We're lovely to them. And I actually tweeted them saying, you know what? I'm actually enjoying our season off.
Yeah.
How nice is it to celebrate a goal and not worry about it? Of course, Coventry fell victim of a late linesman flag. Lino was a yellow, la 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 la.
Also, that was I don't know if the decision was right or wrong. I don't really care.
What is he doing?
But it was so late.
If I was a Coventry fan, I would have been on the pitch.
Have you seen the video from the Coventry end?
Mate, it's a shocker.
So they score.
Yes. Norwich players go back.
They're basically at the halfway line.
Yeah.
The Coventry players have celebrated, had a 3-course meal, and also returning. And then the liner goes, what's all that about?
I don't know, but...
And that would have made it 1-1.
But fair play to the lino. VAR, it's a joke. We know it's a joke. We continuously say it's a joke. And do you know what? Good. I'm so pleased that other teams in the Premier League are getting hurt by VAR yet again. Because people said, oh, it's just because you're Norwich City. No, it's not. It's because it's just how it's... No, it's not. It is a cancer on the sport that we love. It is awful. It's dreadful. It's soul destroying. Get it gone immediately, and we can start enjoying the Premier League for what it should be again. But they won't. And you know why, Jack?
Go on.
Because it's corrupt.
Well,
I totally believe it. It's a way of the league controlling the outcome, making sure the greedy six get what they want to improve the brand of the league.
I really enjoy when you go on, because you're not a conspiracy theorist in any stretch of the imagination.
One thing
but that is the one thing that really
just to be clear, that's the only conspiracy theory I'm all in on.
I am sorry, we will get onto Norwich City in a minute, but I'm really angry.
Forgive me. Before you get angry, what might make you not angry anymore? Can I interest you in a bar of dark chocolate?
Oh, it's the dark. I haven't actually.
The reason why I'm not
dark yet.
I've got to be a bit careful because it's open.
You've chunked your chunk.
The dark chocolate is my.
I will
Lord.
have. Actually, I'm not going to eat any because people get annoyed with the sound of it. But you can while I speak. What I was going to say, if you go on Twitter and you start saying, "Oh, it's not VAR's problem; it's the people that operate its problem," delete Twitter. Delete yourself, because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that argument. I don't care if it's the people or VAR. All of it is a combined nonsense.
Steaming pile of shite.
Makes me so angry.
Yeah. But people love it. And do you know who loves it? Yeah?
Boring
the
people.
The teams of the greedy six. They absolutely love it.
Okay.
Right, agenda.
We beat Coventry.
By the way, before we start, hello everyone.
Yeah, hello, welcome back.
Hello, I hope you're doing well, and you've had a
Sorry,
great
we went
week
off
so
on
far.
a little bit of a tangent.
Yeah, and we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking today, Jack, about the Coventry win.
Yes.
Pukki.
Oh.
Super Sergeant.
Hello.
And a big thing that we need to delve into: the carried atmosphere and the drum.
Yeah, the drum.
Duh, duh, duh. Right, let's kick off with Coventry. What did you think? Did you come out the ground satisfied?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you know what? Yeah, I did, but
no, don't.
I did. I had this. Right. People in the comments say, right. I'm not moaning because on the last pod I was like, I can't believe people are moaning, and I'm not moaning, but
you are going to moan.
I'm not satisfied because I know that this team is in gear 2 of gear 6.
Yeah, but that's exciting. You shouldn't be annoyed about that.
Yeah, it's exciting, but I'm almost like, give it to me.
The way I see it is like at the moment we're driving our Ferrari through the 30 zone, right?
Right.
And we're being quite respectful because you don't want to razz your Ferrari at 60 through little old Mary's backyard, do you? But the potential is there. So when you pull out onto the Acle Straight,
not the Acle Straight, it's very dangerous.
It's late and there's no one about.
A47, A11's got too much roadworks.
And you want to do 62 miles an hour. You're getting there, and you're getting there quickly.
Yeah.
So I know come Friday night, when Vincent Kompany's boys, rock up at Turf Moor, that we're gonna,
put the afterburners
put
on,
the clutch down, second gear, and go, oh fuck, we've got 5 more gears.
Yeah. No.
Slip it into 4th. Yeah.
That does.
And get going.
Yeah. No, and that does get me going.
Yeah.
But when we're playing such shite, it does make
Chris,
me think...
we just won 3-0.
Mate, I'm
You
happy.
need to lighten up a bit.
Mate, I'm excited I am excited, but look, people will understand where I'm getting at in the comments. I'm satisfied, and I just know that we can batter teams if we want to. But
My theory here is...
Go on.
I think that when you play a side that were as bad as Coventry, and look, Coventry fans, we do like you, you were excellent.
Yeah, we've got respect for Coventry fans.
Your team were fucking dreadful. They bring you down to their level.
It's unlike you to actually pile into the opposition, by the way. It's normally my job.
I think it was deserved.
They were that bad.
They were really bad. You come down to the opposition's level. We scored our 2 goals.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the team selection because there were a few...
Go on.
I wouldn't say moans because I hate it when people moan about moaners. I don't get that theory. The people moaning about the moaners end up moaning more than the moaners. And you get in this cycle.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of discussion around Aaron Ramsey. The rich man's Aaron Ramsey. Yeah? And I was debating. I was thinking, is this the right call? I'm thinking of the positives. And let me finish my point first.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm thinking of the positives. I'm thinking about that glorious assist against Sunderland. And I'm thinking, if he can replicate that, we're in a good place.
Yeah.
The bad point was his performance against Birmingham. I thought he was really, really poor against them.
Average.
I saw a performance against Coventry that got me thinking 100 points, 100 goals may now be 110 points, 110 goals. I saw a performance from him that got me very excited.
Never fall in love with a lone player.
That's true.
But I do want to read out this statistic. Aaron Ramsey has registered 2 assists and has created 5 big chances in just 174 minutes for Norwich City this season, making his expected goals and assists ratio one of the highest of any player in the Championship, 3.75. I'm not sure if you stat nerds love that, but it shuts me up.
Yeah.
Right? Because, as you know, I get a bit frustrated with Aaron Ramsey, I have to admit. And actually, do you know what? I think I'm wrong for being frustrated because I'm okay with Marcelino losing the ball because he's my love child. Like, he can do no wrong. I adore him. He's got that lovely name. He scores worldies. But actually, Aaron Ramsey gives the ball away just as much, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm criticising him too much. So I would like to say that I'm going to now get on board the Ramsey Railway. And we are going.
Yeah, first class ticket. Next stop Premier League.
To the Premier League. Do you know, I like it.
The Ramsey Railway.
And I like Ramsey's movement. It's something that's not been spoken about, right? Everyone's talking about his assists. For me, it's his movement.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely intricate play, lovely triangles between Todd, Timu. I'm very impressed with Aaron. He's kept his head down. And I must admit, actually, no, it's not a must admit. I'm pleased. And doesn't it speak volumes? Because, be honest here, I'll be very surprised if there's a Norwich City fan listening or watching this that was like, cool, wow, what a signing.
Yes.
Well, actually, there would have been the ones that thought it was the other Aaron Ramsey. But I like that. He's coming under the radar with no expectations, and fair play to Dino. He's given him the platform and he's executing it. Fair play. What a great player to have starting or come off the bench this season.
Absolutely. I think the reason you maybe didn't warm to him as quickly as maybe people could have done, I think you like an Onel Hernandez type winger, always looking to attack the defender, quick,
bully,
flair,
big, bulky bully.
But what I think Aaron Ramsey's almost the modern day winger, where he's maybe not the quickest, he's maybe not the sharpest, but boy does he create chances. I thought the assist for the Sergeant goal was just really clever, like his awareness, his movement. I thought if he'd seen more of that, and
selfless. Because he was well within his rights there to pull the trigger for me.
And it wasn't, although it was a square pass, it wasn't the easiest pass in the world. There's a defender coming on.
What age is he, by the way? Young.
Yeah, he is. Let's have a look.
Yeah, go on, you have a look. But no, I think Aaron Ramsey, and let's hear from you, lovely lot, watching and listening to this wherever you are in the world. Let us know your thoughts on Ramsey. Are you on the Ramsey Railway, or has he still got a point to prove?
Have a guess how old he is.
I reckon Aaron Ramsey is 21.
He's 19.
Really?
He was born in 2003.
No.
Yeah, 19 years old.
Bloody hell, I feel old now. I'm 93. I thought I'm not young anymore.
You're 10 years older than him.
God, look at what he's doing, and look where I am, in a sweat pit with you.
But you're eating Knorr.
I am eating Knorr. Yeah, and he won't be.
Let's do a quick plug for our sponsors.
Yes.
Knorr got in touch with us in the week and basically said, like, guys, chill out a little bit because we're having to expand the factory because we're selling so much chocolate.
We went a bit to town.
There's been some unreal reviews of Knorr, like we knew there would. Let me just quickly read you this comment.
Mate, people are buzzing about the discount code as well. 15% off.
It's a joke.
With TNC15, 15% off the finest chocolate you will ever taste.
Yeah, I had a guy come up to me in the street the other day, and I was thinking, oh, okay. There's no one Dodvian who lives in my village, but I thought, oh, not quite sure about this. It was getting dark. And he said, Jack, I'm really worried. He said, I think I've committed a crime. And I said, oh, God, are you okay? He said, I think I've committed fraud against Knorr chocolate. I feel like I'm ripping them off with my 15% discount code. We had a nice comment regarding Knorr. Let me quickly read this.
It's an absolute corker. Yeah, don't just take it from us.
No. Hang on, where do I find it?
We're not being watch dealers this week.
Although I did like one of the comments last week saying we'd be great on QVC. And that would be my dream job.
Would it?
A job on QVC. Selling like mops.
Here we go, I've got it. Charlie Soane says, statement. We'll get to, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to them.
Can I just say, I think, look, we've not had 90, we've had 70.
Okay.
But I think these are the best Twitter questions for this podcast we've ever had. Yeah,
really?
Out there. But anyway,
Jesus.
Statement. We're not going there just yet, but quick interlude. Charlie says, statement. I had some Knorr chocolate the other day. It is like a party in your mouth. Go on, Norfolk chocolate.
And the great thing with this party is everyone's invited.
Oh, God, I'm so in. I'm so in. Like, I'm so in on Pukki.
Yeah,
Starting with Sergeant.
Well, you know what? It's about time
Let's talk
that you
about
put
that.
some respect on Pukki's name. Because let's not forget, what was it, 6 weeks ago, you were sat here wishing he was dropped.
Oh, no way.
You said I was team Pukki dropped.
No, I didn't. I was complimentary of Josh Sargent.
To be fair,
bugger off. Why am I even rising to this bollocks? You tarnished me with that brush. Look, I'm happy. I'm really happy. What I would say was, I don't think Josh was as good against. I know he scored, but I don't think he was as good against Coventry.
Well, it's because he wasn't playing in his preferred position, and this is the debate.
But what was interesting was his post-match. He said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I do prefer. I'll go where obviously classic because he knows the gaffer's listening. I'll play wherever I'm played. Blah blah blah. I'll put 100% effort. Blah blah blah. I'll try and get into the striker's role if I can, basically." So it's interesting, isn't it, to see how that develops. One thing I am happy with was, although I'm still thinking that Pukki's body language isn't right.
Okay.
He was sharp against Cov, wasn't he? But saying that, Cov, I've just realised, I'm so sorry. Another tangent. I need to make a formal apology. You know about this?
Do I?
I had to get the lead. I had to get our solicitors involved. Last podcast, I sat here and I likened Birmingham City to being as bad as Mull Barton Vets. Well, let me tell you, lovely lot, I didn't realise that Mull Barton Vets are avid TNC fans.
I didn't even realise that was a football team.
And they were not happy bunnies. So I'd like to take a moment to say I'm sorry, Mull Barton Vets. And can I say one thing about the Mull Barton Vets? By far better than Coventry. Mull Barton Vets could break into the Championship and sustain Championship.
So they're better than Coventry, not as good as Birmingham.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I going?
Team Pukki.
Pukki, happy he's back in. Still don't think he's 100%, but I'm happy he's in, and I'm happy with that.
I felt almost nostalgic, and like a good nostalgia with that first goal, because Nunes winning the ball high up the pitch, threading it,
by the
Pukki
way,
off the shoulder.
That was Buendia-esque. That wasn't it, by the way.
It was literally identical to what we saw with Pukki and Buendia in their prime.
When I watched that replay back, well, I can't even say on camera what happened. It really, really, really got me going. Really got me going.
It was the winning the ball back high up the pitch that just made me so confident that we win the league.
The tenacity, the hustle, and you look at a player like Marcelino Nunes, and I'm sorry for perhaps insulting him, but you look at him, you don't think that he's the tackling type. He isn't he?
It's always the little ones.
He's like a terrier in the middle of the park, isn't he? Nipping away.
Yeah.
And I tell you what a finish. Anyway, Pukki, my question to you is on Pukki Sergeant, right? Obviously, it's hypothetical. If Sergeant stops scoring because he's playing out wide, I know that Sergeant's going to score a goal every game now for the rest of the season, but say he doesn't, do you then drop Sergeant and put Pukki back up top again?
I think it's a good problem for Dean Smith to have, because I like Pukki. I think he'll score goals in this league.
We all love Pukki,
but I don't think Sargent's as good in a 2, because it means he has to drift out wide. Although, to caveat that, they did look more fluid than they had done before, because you think back to the goals. Pukki drifted wide for the Sergeant one. Sergeant's pulling out defenders to mean Marcelino Nunes can get that hot knife through butter.
Yeah,
there we go.
The phrase,
but I just watched Pukki off the shoulder of defenders, and that is peak Norwich City liquid football. And I love it.
Sounds good. Is good. For I'm saying this for the skeptics listening, watching this. It was against Coventry.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I don't think you can do it against Burnley.
Correct. And we haven't added this onto the agenda. We're so ill prepared. But let's talk about that Burnley game.
So do you know what? Do you know what I think I do?
What are you doing for Burnley? Tell me what you do.
I think I play Sergeant as a lone striker. I know. So I'm dropping Pukki. I've become the person I didn't want to be.
Wow.
I look at the way Sergeant plays, and I think it will suit the style that we will want against Burnley.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fascinating game. It's going to be our toughest test so far. I just think Sergeant looks far better.
Yeah.
And he's a more rounded striker than I thought he was. I thought he was more of an aerial man, actually. When the ball's on the floor, that goal against Millwall, the first one, where he snaps at it quickly.
And I liked at Cov when he did the he tucked it under his leg. He did the turn through. I love that. He's got a lot tidier with his feet. Although I do think it sort of accidentally fell to Daldinho, but we'll cover that up. Was it Burnley away in the Premier League where we drew 0-0?
Yes.
And it was utter dross.
Yes.
Standard. But I believe Sergeant played as a lone striker then. Am I
Possibly.
wrong?
We definitely drew 0-0. I don't know if Sergeant was playing.
Anyway, Burnley's the test.
The interesting thing is, though, I haven't watched loads of Burnley. I've watched a few of their games. They are a very different team this season.
Yeah, but that will probably play into our hand. I think we play better against better teams.
Yeah, look, Dean Smith has a good problem to have. You want your problems to be because you've got too many players playing well. But look, the fact is, Pukki played on Saturday and did look very good.
Yes.
The finish was brilliant. The movement was good. It was nice to see. This is always my frustration. I hate it when strikers receive the ball with their back to goal.
Right.
Pukki was making them trademark Pukki runs. That first goal, honestly, the replica of 18-19.
Yeah.
Just a really, really nicely worked goal.
So I believe, I'm sure a lot of people have this opinion. Let me know if you do in the comments or not. I think that Burnley's going to be the first real test.
Oh yeah, it will be.
Like I said it last time. I think I'm worried about Burnley a little bit. And I also think Sheffield United are now starting to look strong. Yeah,
look good.
Although I don't like them very much, I have to say.
You don't like anyone?
No, but I respect them because they're a proper football club, Sheffield United. Proper stadium, proper fans, bit aggressive mind. But anyway, we'll avoid slagging them off too much. Those are the only two teams. So Burnley's the first big test. Yeah? Do whatever you bloody want against Birmingham and Coventry. Right, but this is the real deal. So it's a big test for the boys. I think they'll come through it. But it's going to be a fascinating game to watch.
It will be.
I honestly don't know whether the two teams will just completely counteract each other because they'll both be going at it with each other, or whether it will be another shite stalemate.
I think the interesting thing is with football in general is the attacking players and the attacking elements of a football match always takes the headlines, right?
Yes.
Norwich City's defence is probably one of the best in the league. I saw a stat today. I know you don't like expected goals. I quite like the metric. Norwich have giving up in terms of the whole of the EFL. So Championship, League 1, League 2.
Yeah.
We're the fifth best in terms of expected goals given away, which across 60 odd teams.
League 1 and League 2.
Yeah, but that's relative to them, right?
Ipswich are in those leagues.
I know, but that's relative to them. This is a good thing for Norwich City. Are you? It sounds like you're about to slag the defence off.
No, but I'm certainly not going to. No, the defence have still got some work to do. The defence still need to win me over.
Really?
At the start of the season, there were too many individual errors.
Yeah, but
by the way, across the back line. Yeah, agreed. So it's too early for me to be giving them they're the best defence. They can be the best defence in the league, 100%. They haven't been though. It's only been the last few games. And let's be honest, the opposition has been shite. So, going to Burnley, prove it, boys.
Yeah, prove it.
Big Andy, by the way.
Well, I was about to say, him
God,
and I think Hanley as well.
Hanley's
centre-back partnership looks really solid. And I think that's important for any side that wants to do well in the Championship. We've had it in previous campaigns when we've done well. It's Hanley and Zimmerman or Godfrey and whoever. Big Andy and Hanley works.
Yes.
Max Aarons works.
Yes.
Tell you who also works. Sam Byram. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. He was a really tidy operator.
I like what I'm seeing.
I tell you who else was a tidy operator against Cov, but saying that it was against Cov, Kenny McLean. No, I've seen a couple of people give him praise, but not enough. I thought
Struggling with that one a bit.
No, I thought Kenny against Coventry was really, really good actually, and I think he deserves more praise because he gets the criticism. But let's give him praise. It was a great performance. Anyway, going back to your point, Sammy B, fine.
Yeah.
As you once said, the famous chant against Man City at home, Byram for England.
Yeah, why not? Throw that in the ring.
Do you know one thing I did notice? I don't like to cause a stir, but I've heard from a few people post-match there was some arguments between Maxi and some of the other lads.
About what?
So I don't know. I actually don't know, but I've heard it. So happy for that to be wrong, but I've heard it from a few people that there was some words exchanged. So I don't know what happened there, but maybe it's because Max knew that they should have won 6-0.
Sounds like
because he knew that I'd put a bet on it.
Sounds like some competitive anger.
Yeah.
I like that. Overall, Coventry, huge success. On to Burnley. I think we should get stuck in some Twitter questions because there's some spicy ones this week.
And I want to make sure we go through every single one.
Really?
Well, as many as possible. Could you imagine every single one? We'd be here for 6 hours.
Would be here till the Burnley game. Let's do that. Right then, time for some Twitter questions. A big thanks for all of your lovely feedback on last week's episode.
Was there lovely feedback?
Yeah, lots.
Yeah,
also, look, I'm going to say I haven't told you yet. We spoke about the watch-alongs last week. People want them back.
I know.
And look, we need to get some planning in because the people want it. We flirted it. It would be unfair for us now not to do them. So we need to get our heads together after this
Jack,
and plan one for a midweek.
Yeah, look, maybe we do it, maybe we don't. Okay. Let's see how we feel.
Let's see if our diaries align.
Yeah, maybe we'll give the people what they want. Maybe we won't. Who knows?
Ben Jones. Now, Ben, I think won question of the week last week. You know who Ben is.
Tell you what, Benny Boy here.
Benny Boy gets about.
I'm going to try and do this. Look at this profile picture. It really is quite something.
It won't focus.
Do it, but basically, Ben is here with a goat.
Yeah.
And, team of Pukki, shall I say. Anyway, what's he saying?
Ben says, Dealey is writing a new cookbook.
Right.
The players are involved and I've provided a recipe each which best represents them. Puki's gone for a goat curry. Lungi's baked some Danishes. And we've been asked to take part.
Really?
What are you going to cook to represent what it is to be like a Norwich City fan? What dish best represents being a Norwich City fan?
I would say I would make a custard pie.
Okay.
And then I'd put it in my face because that's what it's felt like to be a Norwich City supporter for the last 2 seasons in the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks tasty. Yeah? And then BAM! In your face.
Oh.
Throw it in your face. Yeah? They give you the PR. It looks lovely. It's a nice packaging. Look at this lovely packaging. Yeah. It's on discount as well. So you're like, cool, I've got good value for money here. Yeah? But they've tried to do it on the cheap because let's be honest, a custard pie is a custard pie.
Yeah.
Bam! In the face. So I'm going custard pie.
Okay. I'm going to go...
You liked that answer, didn't you?
I did, yeah. You thought that out. I'm going to go for a seafood paella. Because...
sorry?
Paella.
Paella?
I like it when they...
Wow.
I like it when the Spaniards add a bit of spice to it.
You like a Spaniard, do you?
A paella.
I didn't know you were into that sort of thing.
But you can get an incredible seafood paella where like the prawns are juicy... There's just like incredible seafood, and then sometimes
I'm so pleased that you actually like seafood paella because once you came out with the fact that you got some battered squid rings out of the freezer you had for tea one
possibly.
night.
What's wrong with that?
Grateful from you.
Maybe it's
scampi. So it's good to hear that you're up.
But then
for
sometimes the rice can be a bit crunchy.
Anyway,
you only get the shells, and it's a bit shit. You never know what you're getting with Norwich City. One season it's shit. The next season it's great, and it's just a constant cycle.
Yeah, okay, fine.
But you've got to have the shit to appreciate the good.
Yes, agreed. Like it very much. Next question from Zeb Sam 36 NCFC.
Nice.
His profile picture is him and oh my, what a man!
What a bloke!
It's him on what looks like either a canoe, kayak, or paddleboard.
I think that's a paddleboard
with his oar out. And his bio
it's a big oar.
Simply City Till I Die, 21 years old, and Jimmy Brennan follows him, so must be famous.
I look at Zeb Sam and I think, fuck, he loves life.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what it's all about at the end of the day, isn't it? And look how relaxed
He's on the
looks
Broads. He's got his waterboard. He's got a massive oar. He loves life.
I mean, and anyone that's got a massive oar should be happy with themselves.
Absolutely.
Question. It's 2023.
Okay.
Norwich have been promoted to the Prem. We have been offered 2 players, James Maddison or Oliver Skip. But you can only go for one. Who would you pick and why? Side note, Maddison costs 70 million, while Skip would cost 40 million, and the budget you would have for this window is 100 million.
For me, that's not even a question. It's Oliver Skip every day.
Really?
I think
he fits Norwich.
The midfield is so crucial, and he was so good. Look, Maddison's a quality player and would be a brilliant asset if we were to bring it back in Zeb Sam's fictional world. But we've got Núñez. Why do we need Maddison?
Both.
But Skip. It's definitely Skip. There is only
Skip,
one.
look.
And also,
the sensible answer.
How is Maddison 70 million and Skip 40 million? Like, I love Zeb Sam,
Overpriced.
but he's had a beer.
Bit of marketing.
Skip should be more than Maddison.
I think we've answered Skip. And I've just realised...
It's 100% Skip.
Given that we've got a question about the atmosphere, and that we should now talk about the atmosphere.
Okay.
And the question comes from Cameron Gibbon. Looks like an absolute solid performer. He's out, I think he's in London there, Trafalgar Square, his profile picture, 1 follower.
Clearly loving life.
Yeah, absolutely enjoying it. He says, we're 3-0 up, top of the league, but it felt like a morgue inside Carrow Road. How do we get Carrow Road rocking again? Jack, I feel like we're going to disagree on the drum, but let's just start with the atmosphere. Like, why is Carrow Road like a morgue?
Well, I think that's slightly unfair. I think it was on Saturday. There's no getting away from that. But Millwall, it was very good. Huddersfield, it was very good. Like, there have been games this season when Carrow Road has genuinely been rocking. And I think the reason it was so quiet on Saturday, and I was quiet because I was bored second half, no, honestly, is because, like...
Fair play, you're honest, because I was about to tell the world that you were quiet.
I was bored. We'd won, we were knocking it about. Sometimes it's quiet and sometimes it's not. I did see a comment on here, and I think it's spot on. You go to a lot of grounds across the country. Often home fans are quiet. Away fans are usually louder because you've had a few beers. It's your big day out. You're having a good time. I actually think the Carrow Road atmosphere isn't too bad. Having said that, on Saturday it was quiet, and I must say, I don't know if the club have done it to set it up for failure. The drum was a huge error.
Okay, we'll come back to drum. I'm going to patronise you a little bit here, but I think the older viewers will understand. When did you start coming to games?
2010.
2010, right, fine.
Lambert.
So, yeah, fine. And to be fair, it was noisy under Lambert. But even before then, right, ever since the end of the 90s, it's just gone down, and not, not aggressively, but it's just slowly got quieter and quieter. And I do think that's the wider football scape and maybe a bit of a society thing as well. But what I would say is, it's not. If you think this has been very good, you're categorically and factually wrong. Because the noise inside Carrow Road, mate, is nowhere near it. It's not good enough.
But also...
Cameron's right. We're top of the fucking league. We've won 5 in a row.
If I'll have a bit of patronising back. You weren't there for the Millwall game.
True.
And it was very loud.
It was.
So maybe it's a you thing.
No,
it's not. You weren't there.
Yeah,
how do you know? It was very loud that night.
I asked people. I do my research.
Yeah, ask me. It was very loud.
Yeah, but your definition of very loud...
No, look, I think it's harsh for people to say the Carrow Road atmosphere isn't great. I think if you were to go across the whole EFL...
I think you're...
Look...
Yeah, but why are you comparing it to the EFL? We're Norwich City Football Club.
Look...
The rest of the EFL is soulless.
You go to Coventry, they can't sell their tickets. Birmingham, Reading. I would say we're in the top 2, not only in the league, but also in terms of atmosphere.
Let us know in the comments where you're at on it. I think I don't normally say this, but I think I now speak on the behalf of the majority of Norwich fans now by saying the Carrow Road atmosphere is appalling and it needs work.
So what's your solution then?
Right.
Because you're bringing me problems.
So, yeah, let's talk about the drum. Okay? First of all, we didn't know it was going to arrive, did we?
No. So it rocked up in what, the 6th minute, something like that? So
this lad, no one knows. By the way, no one knows who he is.
It was right next to us. It's a scaffolding thing. Usually, if there's a Sky game, there's a camera on there.
Yeah. True.
So it's a scaffolding thing.
Yeah.
6 minutes in, some bloke is walking up the thing
he had yellow
with
shades
yellow
on,
glasses. Now I must admit, to that lad, he's got a set of bollocks on him, because there is absolutely no way I'm throwing myself up a 20-foot tall scaffolding thing on my own, banging a drum, right? May we say it, right next to the away fans. And also, let's also say, he couldn't see the pitch. He was slap bang behind the big screen.
A huge rotating
So
pole.
I think what's happened, I haven't got the evidence to back this up. There is some stupid rule that says you can't have a drum in view of the pitch or something.
No, and that's bollocks isn't it? Yeah,
so what the club have done is to appease people. They've thrown it behind there. They're hoping it doesn't work, which, to be fair, if that's what they want, it didn't work on
that's
Saturday.
An interesting
to scrap it off.
Right, so
there is no way, there is no functioning human being, if they want that drum to work, throw someone on their own, 20 foot away from the home fans.
I agree with that.
It's not going to work.
The thing
up there.
is, though,
it was tin pot.
The thing is, though, I think that we're in a position now where, like, I'm actually pleased that this is being talked about.
Okay.
And although I'm not on the side of anti-drum, I'm pleased that people are anti-drum. Yeah? Because it's about time they buck their fucking ideas up. Rather than moan and grizzle and gripe, and they do what you do, they want the atmosphere to be better, and they stand there like this.
Hang on, I've just said the atmosphere is good.
And just watch the game.
I'm not saying I want the atmosphere better. I'm grateful for what I've got.
Yeah, me, every fucking 15 minutes.
I'm grateful for what I've got.
You are not good enough. Right, I'll stop piling into you. What's my point? I hope people understand that I'm not... I'm certainly not bothered about not getting a Christmas card from the football club here, but I'm actually siding with the club on this, right? Because they've done that survey, okay? In that survey, it said, would you be, I think it was something like, would you like a drum / musical instrument to try and improve the atmosphere at Carrow Road, right? And everyone that wanted one to try and improve it obviously put yes, but there wasn't a tick box option that said, put it on a fucking podium next to the away fans with a bloke that has no affiliation to any support group and like doesn't really know the songs, or so that was quite difficult. So I actually feel a bit bad because I like what you said to me earlier. You said, well, you're moaning lots, but you're not bringing a solution, and I'm pleased you gave me that because you're holding me accountable to the bullshit that I hate.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pleased that the club have done something about it. So all of these people are moaning, but at least they've done something. Because it was getting worse and worse.
Look,
and worse.
I think...
But the position's not good. The problem is, Jack, is also on that survey, if I'm right, please correct me if I'm wrong. I always have to be corrected if I'm wrong. In that survey, there was another box that said, would you be happy if it was next to you or near you or something like that? Yeah. And obviously, too many people said, yeah, I want it, but I don't want it near me.
Yeah.
And I know that the head of... I don't know if it's the head of security or there's another function at Carrow Road. They're very strict with a lot of stuff. That's why the flags are sometimes a challenge as well. So, like, optimally, you'd have a drum at the front of the stand, in my opinion, at the front of the stand, like they do in the MLS. Yeah? Because you look at the drummer's dictating. The chants are there, and the drummer is there to almost amplify what is already a thing, not to kickstart something. So, the thing that I don't understand is, there is a drummer, or at least maybe there's 2 or 3 of them from a group called, they call themselves City Elite.
And so they had a few.
They do the away games
last year,
and those away games are popping off.
Yeah,
right. We've seen it in videos. You know, we've been there. Other people have been there too. They get that away crowd going. I do think it's a different animal at home because what you've got is people that are just happy to stand there and sip their bovril and do
also, that's fine.
Yeah, and you're right. So I'm sorry to offend you. If you just want to sit there and do nothing all game, fine. That's your
prerogative.
Sometimes
I want to go and drink my Oasis and have a dairy milk. Yeah, I've got you in my ear all afternoon. It's the one time of the week,
and I do as well. Don't
it's the one time of the week.
What am I like all game?
Where I could just chill out a little bit.
Sometimes
I've got Chris
you hate
Reeve
it.
barking on his own, Yarmy in my ear, and I just want to turn around and go, shush.
But I hate
Shush.
that. No, that's awful performance from you. You've got to give it everything.
Look, I also...
Right, do you understand where I'm at?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Do we understand where the club's at?
Look.
But we're also agreeing... Are we agreeing that what we were presented with isn't good?
What? Oh, yeah, it was awful.
Yeah. So, but we're not... Are we completely opposed to it? Probably not. It just needs to change to make it better.
It needs to change position. So I've got two things. I think a drum can be done well.
Yeah.
You need two things. You need it in and amongst it.
Agreed.
And you need a drummer that will drum the right things. And although the guy was drumming, like, clearly a nice bloke, was having a good time.
He was having a good time.
He didn't know what he was doing.
But then,
like, he just kept playing random tunes.
I know, but the other thing I empathise with that drummer on is people would have... If he'd drummed all day, people would have moaned so much more that it was droning on. So it's tough to get the balance right.
And
Let us know in the comments. Are
you
pro-drum, anti-drum? What are your ideas with the atmosphere? Like, what do they do? Because... But my overarching opinion on this whole thing, which I saw on Twitter, I've stolen this from someone else, I'm sorry I can't remember your name. I think there is still not disconnect, a distrust between the fans and the football club still, in my opinion, based upon what we've been served up the last two Premier League campaigns. And it just feels like we're in this cycle again, and that it's very easy for people to just say, like me, oh, come on, let's all sing. But actually, they probably don't feel like singing because here we are again playing teams like Coventry and Birmingham when we should be playing Man United and Arsenal.
But we're winning. I think it's an overreaction. I think
I
think the atmosphere will be fine.
I agree with that also, and that's a nice way to finish that segment. I think
also,
get
by the
another
way,
3 wins under your belt, it's going to be flying.
Yeah. If you were a Coventry fan, such good ammo to just pile into us. That drummer, looks so embarrassing if you're an away fan.
And I agree. And that's the other problem, is that the drum encouraged the away fans, which you don't want.
Yes.
Right. Move on. Next question. Or a statement. Let's go. I'm taking over from you now. Joe Leggett X, by the way, banging TikTok account, this geezer.
Really?
This geezer has got 484,000 followers on TikTok.
Jesus.
He's a big hitter. Anyway, Joe says, statement. I'm getting slightly worried that we might not hit 100 goals, 100 points. I'm starting to believe it could be 200 goals, 130 points. Nothing like getting carried away. Quick fire. You're up. Let's go.
No, I love it. Let's go with Martin Nunchucks.
Wow, hang on. Sorry a minute.
We've had Martin on before.
Who?
It's Martin Nunchucks.
That's not his name.
It is Martin Nunchucks.
That's not just name of the podcast. Oh, we have, because his profile picture is a hedgehog.
Yeah, Martin Nunchucks.
I sometimes wonder where these people... Oh, he lives in Hemsby, what a boy. Martin Nunchucks.
Anyway, let me read his question.
That's name of the year for me.
I haven't actually read it. Martin Nunchucks. I once saw Tim Krul at the Sea Life Centre in Great Yarmouth and told him to go to Hemsby. It's better value for money. He laughed at me. He's a nice man, I'm sure. I love that. Tim Krul at the Sea Life Centre. Class. Lots of people talking about the atmosphere. Elias, this is Elias, the Finnish man who said...
he likes shithousing?
He loves shithousing. He gets them going. He says, statement.
Yeah.
Big Andy would start for every single Premier League team outside of the top 6.
Blooming heck.
I always compare him to Godfrey, and you don't like that.
No, I think it's disrespectful to Big Andy.
Right. Fair enough.
I do. I think Big Andy...
He's a very good player.
Look, I know, he probably doesn't watch anyway. I don't think he watches. I honestly think Big Andy is 10 times the player Ben Godfrey is already.
Oosh.
I think if you put Big Andy in that Everton side, they stop conceding.
Wow. Well, don't tell them, everyone, our secret.
Cough up.
No, he's been really good. Really impressed with Big Andy.
We are basically a Big Andy fan account. Next question from... and let's do it, shall we? Like old times?
Yeah.
He's back. Here he is.
He's never been away.
Only OGs of the podcast will know what that clap means.
He's back.
It's Willamotts. And here we go. Here comes the bio. One thing is certain in life. Weeds will always outgrow grass. There it is. Willamotts Garden and Sports Ground Services. If you want a luscious lawn, get on it. He says... How do we feel about the lads playing with the sprinklers at the end of the match? Could affect grass growth, lol. On a serious note, looks like they are gelling as a team now. Great to see OTBC.
Nice to hear from Willamotts. I hope he's doing well.
He's a top... Do you know what? Sometimes in life, right, you meet people and you think, God, you're fucking class. No, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah? Brian Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, for me, in my top 3 people of all time.
Yeah.
100%. He's above you as well.
Fair enough.
Dion Dublin.
Yeah.
Oh, what a guy. Do you remember having a piss next to him, Jake, on his birthday party? Random.
One of the best times of my life.
Should have said that. Willemot's. Get him right up there with the elites.
Willemot's the type of bloke. There's, I like a pint. I drink in a few little pubs, and you always go in.
Why
you see
do people watch this?
You see the same faces, but they're the faces you want to see.
Barry
the butcher at the bar. You'll always have a good chat with him.
Yeah.
Paul the plumber.
Yeah.
Colin the carpenter.
Yeah.
Willemot's is in that level.
Yeah,
a bloke you need to know.
Good.
And if you don't know him, get to know him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's now go to his. I'll say his handle at Willie_T97.
He's Irish.
And they say, question: is Pukki hitting 20 goals this season, or is Sergeant hitting 20 goals this season? And how many is Ida going to get? 20 for everyone. Laughing face, laughing face. He's put hashtag TNC. I love that from you. I love that from you.
Sergeant will hit 20. Pukki will hit 17. Ida will get 10.
That's class.
I haven't forgotten about Adam Ida, but because the hype around Sergeant has been so big, and we all know Pukki, I'd kind of like Ida would have gone off my radar. But I was speaking to
I can't wait to see Ida back in that mix.
I was speaking to someone at work the other day who's a very successful. No, thank you. No, I don't want to chew while I'm eating. A very successful championship football punter, and he was desperate to know when Adam Ida's back fit because he thinks he's going to be a huge asset to Norwich City this season. He knows his shit, so that excites me. I like Adam Ida. Gives you another option. Sergeant will get 20 goals this season.
Keep talking because I'm eating.
No worries, that's the problem. All right, question from Ronald Hernandez. He's not here at the moment, but we will pass the message on. Richard Churchyard wants to know what's the best of these? Havana Club.
What's the best Cuban, what is it, rum?
I think, is it rum or is it?
Yeah, it's got to be rum, isn't it?
I don't really drink spirits.
Should I call him? I'll try and call him. Hang on a minute.
Should we do that?
Yeah, I'll give him a call. Hang on a minute.
He might not be there.
Let's give him a call. Hang on. We've definitely not got permission for this, by the way.
What's the best Cuban drink?
Okay. Here we go.
He's not going to answer. It's tea time, isn't it?
Yeah, he's probably putting the kids to bed. Let's give it 2 more rings. 1 more.
Right, look, if he rings back, we'll answer. Okay. So, Richard, we'll be
back to you
on that. We'll be back to you on that because I don't drink spirits.
Yeah.
Chris Kemp.
Yeah.
Any person with the surname Kemp, good bloke.
Is going to be a solid performer.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, the old classic 1819. Just look, he's just.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what I like about that geezer? Old Chrissy Kemp.
Yeah.
Old Kempo. He's standing like this.
Yeah.
Chest out, shoulders back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knows he's the talk of the town.
Yeah, he knows it. Go on. What's he saying?
He says statement.
Yeah.
Gonna put it out there early doors.
Yeah.
Nunez player of the season. Absolute baller.
Water's wet.
I'd say my only criticism with Nunez, he does give the ball away a lot.
But he makes up for it. That's the difference between him and an average player.
You do that against a good team, which I don't think there are many of in the Championship, you will be punished. So, Marcelino, when you're watching, I know you are, just don't give the ball away as much as you have been.
Right.
I like this from Charlie Soanes.
Oh, wow. Go on then.
Norwich City Pets. He sent a picture of his dog in.
Fair play.
Looks lovely.
Everyone loves a bit of doggy. Sergeant Scorpion, question: which 3 NCFC players, past or present, would you want in your pub quiz team?
Hang on, sorry, say that again.
Sergeant Scorpion, who goes by the handle of @McLean-Mayer, love it. Mayor, not Mayor. Question: which 3 NCFC players, past or present, would you want in your pub quiz team?
Okay, Zimmerman.
Hang on, let's do this one together. Right, you've got one, I'll have one, you'll have one.
Zimmerman,
because he's really
genuinely intelligent.
Yeah, he is smart, isn't he? I feel like I'd want maybe a bit of a shithouse, like someone that's going to sort of like try and steal the answer sheet from someone.
I was going down that angle as well.
Yeah, so
I've got a good one in mind.
Do you know what as well? I reckon this man would distract the other teams in the room as well. Like he'd be throwing paper balls, all sorts. Super Grant Holt.
Okay.
Holtzy's in there.
Who was it that Dean Ashton said didn't have a telly, just read every night?
Oh, Peter Thorne.
We'll have him.
Yeah, Peter Thorne.
Peter
Yeah,
Thorne.
there you go.
I was going to say...
Peter Thorne, Grant Holt. Who's your first one? Zim.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Class.
well, a backup, four-man team, Nelson Oliveira, because if we lose, he'll just beat everyone up. Josh
Sargent or Haaland?
Sargent.
Agreed. 100%, no doubt in our minds.
Who's Haaland?
Not a clue. Butsky says, question, Chris falls in love with a lone player every year. Who's it going to be this season?
It sounds like Ramsey. What other lone players have we got?
What a turnaround that would be, because I've gone from like meh to maybe...
Hello.
I'm really...
What other lone players have we got?
I can only really remember Ramsey. Is that bad? Have we got anyone else? I feel this is bad. Quickly search it.
I don't think so.
Anyway, Butsky, it could...
It's going to be Ramsey
It
for
could
me.
at this stage be Ramsey. Canny says, question, Sergeant or Pukki for the Golden Boot this season?
Sergeant.
100%, no shadow of a doubt. George, we've already answered. The drum, opinions on the drum again. Martin Nunchucks.
Martin Nunchucks.
He loves it, he does. Jamie Everson agrees with us. He says, statement, we're still in third gear. I agree.
Yeah. The other loan, Isaac Hayden.
Wow.
That's going to be spicy. throw Isaac Hayden in the mix.
Do you know what?
Hello.
Oh, do you know what?
Hello.
Do you know what?
Hello.
Wow. Do you know what? Do you know what I'm thinking Hayden could be? It's not like us to overhype a player before they kick the ball for us, is it? If anyone's watched the movie Gladiator, Gladiator is my favourite movie.
Is it?
It's my favourite movie.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's incredible. I think Isaac Hayden could be like the Russell Crowe in the middle.
Wow.
He's just going to smash people to smithereens.
Yeah.
He is going to slice throats in the middle of the park.
My God.
I think he's going to be seriously aggressive.
Yeah.
I could see him picking up a couple of reds, and I'm fine with it, as long as we get the 3 points.
Norfolk Constabulary need some more coppers, because there's going to be assaults in the middle of the
There's going to be an Isaac Hayden in town, an absolute battering ram in the middle. Ted Scott, he mentions atmosphere. Sorry, we've gone over it. Don't want to say it too much. Lauren, oh hey Lauren.
Oh, let's go, Lauren.
Friend of a channel.
Let's go. What's she saying?
Let's go, Lauren. Let's go.
Hey.
Statement. Would love to see you both having a go at the drum. Maybe at the Zombie Nation.
Not doing it.
What would you do on the drum as Zombie Nation though? Boom, 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 da 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 da. Yeah, I tell you what you need. You need a trumpet then, don't you?
Oh yeah. No, that's a trumpet's that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, what's
saxophone?
That then? That's
no,
sorry.
trombone.
Trombone.
Oh,
I want the trombone. I'm
yeah.
all over that.
No, I'm not. Honestly, that's what I said earlier. The balls on that lad to get up there and embarrass himself for 85 minutes.
Zombie Nation
to be
pre-match
respected.
though, that is something the club are getting right. We won't take credit for it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Here we go. Matt Gibson, he's got an idea for TNC. He says, I like the idea of an away day video. You could test out the local culture before the game. Give us your rating on how good the Wigan pies are.
That's what we
or
used
the
to
pie
do.
mash from Millwall. Matt, that
I've
used
done
to
it.
be, and I've met Matt on a away day. In actual fact, I think I met Matt on an away day in a pub in London, Westfields. I can't remember whether it was
QPR?
Millwall or QPR. Yeah, one second. I think it was QPR. Big up, Matt. Anyway, nice to see you, mate.
We used to do that. Famously, we used to get Big Dave to rate service stations.
Back in the day.
I mean, that was where TNC peaked.
Here we go. Elliot Martin, not even read it. Let's see what he says. Opinion. Wow, we've not asked for each. No question
People
statement.
speaking
Ranzo.
at us.
Opinion. Love the kits this season, but they definitely used a filter when they presented them online.
Oh.
Both the home and the third look completely different in person. Do they? Oh no, I'm not wearing it today.
You've got it. I think
Can I just say, I'm going to throw you under the bus here. Right.
It's not my fault.
Has anyone noticed this? Right.
Give them 3 seconds. Think what's different about this shirt. 3.
It's not going to be difficult to see it, is it?
1. So I put it in the wash the other week. I'd been playing squash. I'm playing a lot of squash at the moment.
By the way, good from you.
Yeah.
That is impressive because that is a hard sport.
What it means
How have
is...
you gone from cricket, the monstrosity that's cricket, to a decent sport like that?
Well, because what it means I can do is instead of having 2 Lakens, I can have 3 because I've done some exercise.
Yeah, classy.
Basically, I put this in the wash. I brought it out and I thought my shirt looks different, but I couldn't work it out. And then I realised the sponsor had just fallen off.
But honestly, that
looks all
shirt.
right.
Do you know what is so bad about that shirt? That shiny crest.
Yeah, and also
It's like a bloody Merlin sticker.
I know my head is big, but the
not
neck
that big, though.
the neck hole is so small.
Yeah.
Like I can barely get my head through it.
You want a bigger hole, don't you?
Yeah. Certainly around your neck. Eastern Voice and Data have got in touch and said, who's the best communication supplier in the East? You know what?
Eastern Voice and Data. The boys there. I tell you what, Russell Marriott, he absolutely loves the channel.
You know what?
He loves it.
With Russell, I met Russell about a month ago. I'm putting him in my top 5 favourite people of all time, and I'll tell you why.
Big statement.
It was about 11 a.m, maybe half 11.
Yeah, what's he doing?
We met at a pub in Norwich on I can't remember the road.
I hope his staff aren't watching.
No, it was a meeting.
Oh, okay.
And he got there, and I rated this from Russell.
What did he say?
He went, Jack, I really fancy a beer. I was thinking it was going to be a coffee meeting. Had a couple of pints. Happy days.
Lakens?
Happy, of course.
Honestly, if you are a business in the East Anglia region, any sort of tech support, they are the cream of the crop. The creme de la creme.
It feels criminal how good they are. Imagine being another communications business and having to compete with them. It's not possible.
No, it's not. Do you know what it's like? It's like Norwich City versus Coventry.
Yeah.
That's the standard we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
In actual fact, that's insulting to Eastern Voice and Data. They are the Man City. 100%.
They're the Spain of
100%.
2010.
Here's a good question from Lee Jones. At Lee Pot the Teapot. What a username that is, by the way. And his profile picture, let me tell you, is absolutely glorious.
Oh, Lee. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Great bloke.
How do you describe that? Sonny's, he's got a straw hat on. He's got a big beard.
Well, I'll tell you how I'd describe that. I'd say living the dream.
And he says in his bio, has one less Premier League goal than Ricky Van Wolfswinkel. I love that from you.
Very good.
His question is, after you both signed for Norwich City on deadline day, what song would you each sing at your first training session as part of the new signing initiation process? Wow. What a statement. I've got one for you, by the way.
What, that you'd sing?
I hope you're not bothered about copyright, because I'm going to play this out loud.
You're allowed 3 seconds.
Oh, no.
No, because we will get copyright.
Yeah, but
just tell me what it is and people can listen to it themselves.
Okay. Jack's song is...
Oh, that I have to sing?
Let me play it.
No.
It's called Yarmouth Town by the Fisherman's Friends.
Oh, awesome.
Put the Yarmouth Town in your Spotify.
What, as in the actual Fisherman's Friends?
Yarmouth Town, the Fisherman's Friends.
I'll give that a listen on the way
It
home.
really is quite something.
I'd sing Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis.
Would you really?
Yeah. Get the people going.
Would you really?
What would you sing?
I would sing, I would go, I'll mix this up a little bit. Not afraid to put it out there. I'll go Memories, David Guetta. Yeah, and do you know what I'd do? I'd get up on the chair, because you got to stand up in it. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That will be the best therapy for me. Goals, do 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 do. Assists, do 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 do. There you go.
They're always standing on a chair, aren't they?
They love it.
Oh, that was
Anyway,
good, that,
there you
mate.
go,
Well
Lee.
done.
Thank you, mate.
Well done.
David, he's calling you out.
Easy.
David Besley, he absolutely loves it.
Where
by the
is
way.
he?
His profile picture, he is smiling more than I've ever seen anyone smile ever.
Yeah, I've got to rate that.
By the way, his bio, let's just quickly read that out. It's very important that we read people's bios. The official account of David R. Besley. I'd like to think I'm that shiny new coin you find in your pocket every so often. Proud dad to Jacob.
Wow.
I absolutely love it. By the way, he's a Rotherham fan.
Big chat.
Do you still think Angus Gunn will play for England? Think it was Jack who said it a few years back.
Yeah, still time.
Wow, I love
I mean,
that
to
from
be
you.
fair, the selection of England goalkeepers we've got isn't great.
Yeah, it's
We've
not
got
very glamorous, is
Ramsdale,
it?
Pope. Who else is playing?
Pope's-
David James, is he
Pope's
still
a
going?
Big lump, innit?
Rob Green. You know what? I actually really like Ramsdale.
Dude.
Have you seen that video where they go, "You're shit"?
I can't like
and he
him.
turns around and goes, "Ah."
I can't like him though, because
No,
he plays for Arsenal.
I like him.
Can't stand that.
Also,
plastic club.
I know we don't do politics on this podcast. We won't be going into politics. The Prime Minister's a Norwich fan. The new Prime Minister is a
Wow,
Norwich fan.
no, I want to clear this up. She's put a scarf around her neck.
Does it for me.
Is that a good thing?
Well, I don't know.
I think we ought to avoid it.
All I'm saying is she's a Norwich fan.
Okay,
and people can do with what they want.
Let's swiftly move on, because here on Talk Norwich City, we're very proud to not be political in any way. This is a space to get away from all that shit. More drum stuff. Oh wow, I love this from Morris.17. Boys, statement. The naughty, filthy, near-orgasmic crossfield balls that the sexy Chilean is slinging across the pitch really getting me going. Nunes will be Potts.
Yeah, I like that. And also,
who's your early player? Let's get this out there. Who's your early player of the season? Because I tell you what, we're talking about Marcelino, and that would be easy. There's no competition.
I think if you were to
Sargent.
I think if you were to do the vote now, Sergeant.
It's Joshy Sargent. 100%.
Here's a non-football related question, but I think it's sometimes we like to do, service announcements on here. Harry asks, the best park run in Norfolk. Well,
wouldn't know.
Park run's good. You'd enjoy park run.
No, I'm actually all right running. Actually, I can do a 10k.
Fine. Best park run in Norfolk. If it's warm,
yeah,
and it's not windy, Galston.
So basically, not Galston.
It's
because it's always wet and shit.
No, Galston is beautiful if you catch it on a good day, and also you'll like this bit. Genuinely, a really good, little tuk-tuks, like a tuk-tuk. Those little like van things.
A tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk.
Yeah. A tuk-tuk tuk-tuk.
Oh, that's funny.
There's a guy who does amazing coffee out the back of one of those.
Oh, that's classy.
So that's good.
That'll do.
If not, I really like the one at Lingwood.
Right.
Lingwood's very good. If not, Sheringham Park's good, but actually quite hilly for Norfolk. If not, Blickling. There you go. There's four to choose from.
You've got a plethora of options there from Jack Reed. Tell you what, these questions, I've gone through all
right, we'll do one more.
Go on then. Fit one more in.
And there's disagreement amongst the TNC community here. And,
really?
And there's been a Chris Reeve meme used. So we're going to... actually, two memes.
That's never
This one's been used.
That's never... is that all BC?
Yeah, and this one's been used. I don't know what this video says. We'll play it in the microphone.
A bit of foreplay, just going.
Oh no, not that one.
Okay. So Evan says, statement.
Yeah.
Max Aarons should have been sold. Isn't as good as everyone makes out. Brackets, yes, he's young and has time to improve. However, I've not actually seen any improvement in the last 2 years. Passes sideways and backwards, should have cashed in. Big Callum says, massively disagree with this one, Evan. And then Evan says, well, footballers are a game of opinions, and it just so happens that mine are perfect.
I think that is incredibly harsh.
I would disagree with Evan there.
Incredibly harsh.
I would disagree.
I'm trying to get into Evan's shoes, but I think he might have had a case of Lakens, not just one or two.
I think everyone, here's my theory, I think everyone, every football fan has a fucing mental opinion.
Yeah, they have
like yours is
VAR?
The Premier League's corrupt. Like, it's obviously not corrupt.
No. VAR is corrupt towards the greedy six. Get it right. It's true. Deny it. Happened again at the weekend. Mate,
I think
facts after facts. Don't deny my conspiracy.
I think this is Evans' meant. I'd honestly be interested to hear. Does anyone else want to sell Aarons? The only possible argument for that would be that you want to cash in, but then who would you buy?
Yeah, but then pre this transfer window, we were all saying, well, at least we were saying that we don't completely trust
and also
our current recruitment team to bring in the right talent anyway. So cashing in's all very well and good, but for me, you've got, again, I like to say this, but it's true, you've got a two-time title winner there that is the best in his position in the league. Why? I don't get that.
Also,
I can't buy that, Evan. I love you, Evan, but that for me isn't.
We don't have another right back. That's an issue. I think Max, in terms of unsung hero, he's been that for this season. Yeah. Professional.
Yet again, by the way.
Uber consistent.
Linked with moves away. Keeps his head down. Keeps going. I can't fault Max. I can't fault him.
Right, there we go. I think that's the majority of them, Chris.
How long? By the way, I feel like this podcast has gone forever.
I'm very warm.
Yeah, it's really.
My Lakens is now resembling that of a warm ale.
It's really sweaty in this TNC studio. Jack, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Next time I see you will be after the Burnley game.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And what we need to do now is get our heads together try and work out a midweek watch along.
Oh wow!
Because the people want them.
You
and
want-
I want to do one. You're busy. I'm busy. We'll try and make something work. That's what I'm saying. Good to see you.
Yeah, you
Are we
too, mate.
beating Burnley?
Yes.
By how many?
1.
Good to see you.